Young Girl with Gloves by Tamara de Lempicka is an iconic painting that exemplifies the Art Deco style that defined much of her work. Created in 1930, this portrait showcases Lempicka's mastery of form, texture, and modern elegance. The painting captures a young woman with a confident yet mysterious expression, her delicate hands adorned with gloves, which add an element of sophistication and refinement. The subject of the painting is a young woman whose gaze seems both direct and elusive. Her features are meticulously sculpted with high cheekbones, full lips, and arched eyebrows that give her an air of aristocratic poise. Lempicka was known for her ability to blend classic portraiture techniques with the sleek geometric influences of the Art Deco movement. This fusion is evident in the smooth rendering of the woman's skin and the sculptural quality of her face. One of the most striking aspects of the painting is the play of light and shadow. Lempicka was a master of chiaroscuro, using bold contrasts to highlight the contours of her subject's face and body. The folds of the fabric and the sheen of the gloves are rendered with meticulous attention to detail, creating a sense of depth and dimensionality. The highlights on the woman's cheekbones and forehead add to the illusion of three-dimensionality, making her appear almost lifelike. The color palette of Young Girl with Gloves is another remarkable element of the painting. The soft blues, whites, and beiges create a harmonious balance, with the subject's flesh tones standing out against the muted background. Lempicka's careful selection of colors enhances the painting's luxurious feel, reinforcing the themes of wealth and modern femininity that permeate much of her work. The green dress in Young Girl with Gloves is one of the most striking elements of the painting, embodying both elegance and modernity. Rendered in rich, deep shades of green, the dress drapes fluidly around the subject's body, emphasizing her graceful form. Lempicka's mastery of texture is evident in the way the fabric catches the light, with delicate folds and shadows that create a sense of movement and depth. The sculptural quality of the dress, combined with its vibrant color, makes it a focal point of the composition. Green was a color Lempicka used frequently in her work, often symbolizing wealth, sophistication, and independence. In this portrait, the green dress enhances the subject's allure, contrasting beautifully with her pale skin and golden hair. The way it wraps around her shoulders and arms suggests both softness and structure, mirroring the balance between strength and femininity that defines many of Lempicka's female portraits. The dress's luxurious appearance further reinforces the themes of glamour and high society that were central to the Art Deco movement. Lempicka was heavily influenced by the social and artistic currents of the 1920s and 1930s. Having fled the Russian Revolution and settled in Paris, she became part of the city's elite artistic circles. Her work was shaped by the avant-garde movements of the time, including Cubism and Futurism, though she adapted these influences to suit her unique aesthetic vision. Young Girl with Gloves reflects this synthesis with its sleek, modern lines and dynamic composition. The subject's pose and expression convey a sense of self-assurance and poise. She appears confident, yet there is a certain detachment in her gaze, as if she is both present and distant at the same time. This ambiguity is a hallmark of Lempicka's portraits, which often depict women who are at once strong and enigmatic. The gloves she wears add to this effect, suggesting a refined sensibility and perhaps a certain level of emotional guardedness. The fashion in the painting is also a key component of its appeal. The subject's dress is elegant, draped with fluidity that suggests high-quality fabric. Lempicka had a keen eye for fashion, and many of her paintings reflect the cutting-edge styles of her time. In Young Girl with Gloves, the woman's attire is sophisticated and stylish, reinforcing the painting's association with glamour and modernity. Lempicka's technique is highly polished, with smooth brushwork that gives the painting a sleek, almost airbrushed quality. Unlike the more expressive brushstrokes of Impressionism or the raw textures of expressionism, her work is characterized by precision and control. This meticulous approach enhances the painting's refined aesthetic and contributes to its timeless appeal. Despite the painting's polished appearance, there is an underlying sense of intimacy. The close framing of the subject draws the viewer in, creating a personal connection between the observer and the young woman. This intimacy is further emphasized by the delicate rendering of her hands, which are positioned gracefully yet naturally, suggesting both elegance and vulnerability. The gloves worn by the subject are an interesting detail that adds depth to the painting's narrative. Gloves have long been associated with etiquette, formality, and social status. In the context of the painting, they may symbolize refinement and decorum, or they could hint at a deeper story, perhaps a sense of concealment or restraint. Lempicka often infused her portraits with subtle layers of meaning, making them more than just representations of beauty. The background of Young Girl with Gloves is relatively simple, allowing the focus to remain on the subject. Lempicka frequently used neutral or softly blended backgrounds to enhance the luminosity of her figures. In this painting, the background serves as a complementary backdrop that does not distract from the intricate details of the woman's face, clothing, and accessories. Lempicka's ability to capture the essence of modern femininity is evident in this work. The woman in the portrait embodies the ideals of independence and elegance that were becoming increasingly celebrated in the early 20th century. She represents a new kind of woman, one who is sophisticated, self-possessed, and unafraid to command attention. The painting is also a reflection of Lempicka's own persona. She was known for her glamorous lifestyle and her deep engagement with the artistic and cultural elite of her time. Her portraits often mirrored the confident and stylish women she surrounded herself with, and Young Girl with Gloves is no exception. Lempicka's approach to portraiture was both modern and timeless. While she embraced contemporary aesthetics, she also drew inspiration from classical techniques, particularly the old masters of the Renaissance. This blend of old and new is evident in the painting's composition, where the subject's poised demeanor and controlled lighting recall traditional portraiture, yet the overall style remains distinctly modern. The painting exudes an air of exclusivity and luxury. Lempicka's work was highly sought after by collectors and patrons who appreciated both its artistic merit and its glamorous appeal. Young Girl with Gloves is a testament to her ability to capture the spirit of an era while maintaining a distinctive and personal artistic voice. The subject's expression is open to interpretation, adding an element of intrigue to the painting. Her gaze is penetrating yet reserved. This subtle ambiguity invites viewers to speculate about her thoughts and emotions, making the portrait all the more captivating. Throughout her career, Lempicka maintained a keen awareness of the changing role of women in society. The 1920s and 1930s saw a shift toward greater independence and freedom for women, and her paintings often reflect this evolution. The painting's composition is carefully balanced, with the subject positioned slightly off-center. This asymmetry creates a sense of dynamism and movement, preventing the portrait from feeling static. Lempicka's ability to infuse her work with a sense of energy, even in still portraits, is one of the qualities that sets her apart as an artist. Lempicka's use of geometric forms and sharp angles is evident in the folds of the subject's dress and the positioning of her arms. This structured approach to form enhances the painting's Art Deco aesthetic, reinforcing the modernity of both the subject and the artist's style. The painting also demonstrates Lempicka's skill in rendering textures. The softness of the fabric contrasts with the smoothness of the skin and the slightly glossy sheen of the gloves. This attention to materiality adds to the realism of the portrait while maintaining the stylized quality that defines her work. Lempicka's choice of a female subject aligns with her broader body of work, which frequently depicted women as powerful and alluring figures. She had a unique ability to celebrate femininity while also presenting her subjects as independent and self-possessed, rather than passive objects of admiration. The elegance of Young Girl with Gloves is further enhanced by Lempicka's mastery of composition. Every element, the tilt of the head, the positioning of the hands, the flow of the fabric, is carefully arranged to create a harmonious and visually striking image. Lempicka's portraits often blur the line between realism and stylization. While the subject in Young Girl with Gloves is highly detailed and lifelike, there is also a sense of idealization in the way her features are rendered. This blend of reality and fantasy contributes to the painting's dreamlike quality. The painting continues to captivate audiences today, remaining one of Lempicka's most celebrated works. Its combination of technical excellence, aesthetic beauty, and enigmatic storytelling ensures its enduring appeal in the art world. Young Girl with Gloves is a masterpiece that encapsulates Tamara de Lempicka's distinctive style and artistic vision. Through her meticulous technique, sophisticated color palette, and compelling subject matter, Lempicka created a portrait that transcends time, continuing to mesmerize viewers with its elegance and mystery. Young Girl with Gloves by Tamara de Lempicka, also known as Jeune Fille aux Gants, is currently housed in the Musée National d'Art Moderne at the Centre Pompidou in Paris, France. This painting exemplifies the elegance and modernity of the Art Deco movement, capturing the sophistication of the era. Thank you for joining me in exploring this remarkable artwork. Until next time, love the art that surrounds you.